Right, I'm sorry, man. It's not working. You can't be the host of the show. It's not gonna work. It's just the way it is. I'm really sorry about that boring segment. I mean, apparently a lamp doesn't have a lot to say. But I, on the other hand, I have something to say. I don't really like jumping on the hype wagon, if you will. Even though it's not really hype, is it? It's quite a bad thing, actually, I suppose. It has been announced to YouTube that, in their own words, Smosh is homeless. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing for this big change to happen, I don't know, and it's not for me to say, you know. However, it made me think about the Skit community, if you will, or the Skit culture on YouTube. So there's been a lot of phases that's gone through YouTube. YouTube has had these different eras, if you will. We could have, yeah, it was like the dawn of YouTube, and then the Skit age, and then the gaming age, and etc. And it's no surprise to anybody to say the Skit and comedy shorts age in YouTube is gone. It's finished. It's like if I walked through the street today not holding a phone, people would think I'm weird, right? Well, that's pretty much what happens when somebody comes across a Skit video on YouTube. They're just like, what's this guy doing? You know, there's, what? He's, this guy isn't pranking anyone? What is he doing outside? This guy's like dressing up and trying to be funny. What is this? That's pretty much how people look at Skit stuff now. You know, it's not cool anymore, I suppose. That's how I started looking at what's going on between Smosh and their sort of their, how do they call it? Mother company? Is that what they called it? I don't remember, I didn't watch the video. So they've been making videos for like 10, 11 years, I think. 10, 11 years, something like that. They've been making videos for like around about 11 years. That's that's pretty much the dawn of YouTube, right? You know, the days where people liked to watch Fred and things like that. But then Fred got bought out by a company as well. I'm sensing a pattern. One of the more interesting Skit creators here on YouTube today, I feel, is Sen Crickets. Shout out to Sen Crickets. We've sent some messages back and forth. We've never actually come up with something to do together. I suppose we're just on, you know, different time zones and different schedules and things like that, right? Now, even though Sen Crickets has some really interesting content, and he always comes up with some sort of new idea for a video the following week, he doesn't get as many views as he should, I feel. And why I'm using Sen as an example is because he is 100% Skit content, whereas I like to do a little bit of this, that and the other. I don't know why it took the fall of one of the titans of YouTube for me to realise this, but maybe I should kind of switch it up a little bit. Maybe I should do more vlog stuff than Skit stuff. So even though when I started off,
it's cause your shit, mate.
Gazza, mate, what are you doing here?
It's cause your shit. That's the only reason. That's why no one watches you, mate. Cause your shit.
That's not what this video is about. You haven't been in one of the videos in ages. The last video you was in Japan, right?
Yeah, but I had to bunk my way here, mate. I bunked all the way here. I had to come back somehow, mate. So I just bunked my way here. You know what I mean?
You bunked.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just bunking, mate. So it's just some easy bunking. You just get on, no one gives a shit, mate, and you get off again. It's just like that. That's all it is.
So what you're saying is, you bunked from Japan to England. So when you bunk the train, you ride the train without paying. You sneak onto the train, ride the train without paying, and then sneak off again, right? That's bunking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you snuck through airport security onto the plane, rode the plane all the way over to England, and then snuck off again.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's all it takes.
All the time, not paying a thing. You bunked the plane to England.
Exactly.
Oh, Gazza, mate, get out.
Whatever, mate. I'm leaving. Whatever.
Okay, so when I first started making videos with Jazz, we started off doing skit stuff every week. Then it changed to one skit and then one vlog, etc. Thinking of maybe changing that kind of schedule to maybe 2 vlogs than a skit or something. I think I'd rather get people interested in the channel and then get interested in the skits as opposed to the other way around, right? I know a huge amount of the subscribers that I have aren't interested in the skits at all, and that's why after a few weeks of uploading they just leave, right? And they just don't come back to even if they don't unsubscribe, they don't come back and keep watching stuff. Which makes sense, I completely understand. If you're not interested in one thing, why should you watch it as opposed to the other thing, right? Makes sense. And that's why this has come to my attention. So regardless of what anybody says, I will start doing this kind of 2 vlogs, 1 skit kind of approach to YouTube now. I think it's the best thing to do. I'll probably add a little bit of sort of staged skit inside the vlogs because I enjoy it. That's what I'm here to do. I enjoy the skit side of YouTube, or did back when there was some, but now there's not. I mean, even Make Me Bad quit, you know? And that guy's been doing it since the dawn of YouTube as well. I think Emma Blackery said it best. Don't think I'll be able to put her clip of the video here because I won't be able to find it. She uploads quite a lot. But she's just like, oh my god, that is so 2006 or whatever it was. Which she's right. I mean, whenever people ask her, you should do some more skit stuff, and she's always like, no, that stuff is gone. And she's got a point, it has. So for the sake of rambling, I think I'll end this. I'm gonna go check that out. What are you doing? What about my story? Come on, mate, nobody cares. It's just us that care. Nobody cares. We have to slow it down, nobody cares.